welcome back to Forever Hydration and Wellness, where health matters. I'm Nurse T, your favorite NP, and if I'm not your favorite NP, I will be by the end of this month. So get your pen, get your paper, notebook, tablet, or your smartphone so you can start taking notes on how to set realistic goals. So when I was in nursing school and in nurse practitioner school, there were so many things that we needed to remember. And the best way to jog my memory was by using acronyms. So that's what we're going to do today to help you with setting your realistic goal. And the acronym that we're going to use is the word SMART, S-M-A-R-T. And the sentence you could think of is make it smart, because you're making your realistic goal smart. So the S stands for specific. You want to be clear about what you want to achieve. Next is M, measurable, how you will track your progress. A is for achievable or obtainable. You want to make sure your goal is realistic so that it is achievable and it is obtainable. You want to make sure R, that it's relevant, so you want to align your goal with your values and your lifestyle. And T is for time or bound, so you want to set a deadline or a time frame. So let me give you an example of SMART. I will walk 15 minutes every weekday morning for the next 4 weeks. So with your goals, you want one, for it to be specific. So instead of saying, I want to be healthier, or I'll walk 15 minutes each morning before work, or I'll replace my afternoon snack with fruit, you want to be specific because it makes it easier for you and me to measure and achieve. Next is make it measurable. So goals like I'll drink at least 8 cups of water daily, or I'll meal prep my lunches 3 times a week are measurable because you're setting a specific measurable amount. You can measure how many cups of water you're drinking today, or you can measure how many meals you've prepped for the week. So making things measurable, you'll know if you've hit the mark, and you can adjust it if you haven't. So the next thing, 3, you want to make it achievable, obtainable, and you also want to make sure it's relevant. And with that in mind, you want to set goals that fit your current lifestyle. So like if you're new to exercise, don't go aiming for a marathon next month, right? People who are marathon runners, they train for several months. So you want to make sure that you're setting these goals that can fit your current lifestyle. So instead of saying, I'm going to run a marathon by next month or by next week, you're going to start by short runs or brisk walking so that you can build up from there, so that you increase your stamina so that you can run a marathon in 3 months. Also, make sure your goals align with your overall life and priorities, whether it's better health, more energy, or stress reduction. And then number 4, time bound. So just make sure you give yourself deadlines or checkpoints. For example, by the end of January, I'll be walking 20 minutes daily. This helps you really stay accountable, and you really can see how far you've come. And then, of course, with the apps that we have on our phones, that allows you to track if you've been walking or track your exercise. So don't forget to use those tracking devices that we have available so that you can keep track of you hitting those deadlines and you hitting those checkpoints. Now, with your goal setting, there's 3 tips that I want to give you. And the first is start with one goal at a time. Do not give yourself 15 to 20 goals that you need to complete by next week or even by the end of this month. Like, we're learning these tools. We're getting these tools to learn how to goal set effectively so that you can achieve them. So if you try and overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight, it's going to get very overwhelming, and you may even be disappointed in yourself because you're not hitting those deadlines or being able to check off those boxes because you've given yourself too much too soon. So pick one thing and then add on. So pick one thing like adding more veggies to dinner, or waking up 30 minutes before, 30 minutes earlier before work so that you could walk. And give it your full attention. When you give it your full attention, you can focus on it, you have your direction, and you can knock it out and get it done. Tip number 2, use tools and track progress, as I said before. Use your simple habit tracking app on our phone. Our smartphones are great because they have so many useful tools that we can take advantage of. Or if you want to go old school, get a sticky note. Write it on a sticky note. Place it on your fridge or write it on a piece of paper. Stick it up on your mirror, somewhere you see each day so you can track your progress each day. And then also, I know for me, when you see those checks and tallies, it makes me feel good. When I see, oh yes, I set out for this, I completed this, it builds your confidence and it creates that momentum to keep pushing and to keep going. Lastly, tip number 3, stay flexible. Life happens. And when I say stay flexible, yeah, we could be stretching because we all need to be flexible. But I'm talking about stay flexible because life happens. Things happen that you can't control. Maybe you get sick, or you have a busy week at work, or your husband is just driving you crazy, and you're like, oh Lord, let me stay flexible. I need to bite my tongue. Please, Lord, help me stay flexible so I can bite my tongue because I don't want to say something I want to regret. So make sure you stay flexible. Don't give up just because you missed a few days. Allow yourself some grace and get right back on track when you're able. It's the long-term consistency that matters, and that's what we want to focus on, is remaining consistent for long-term so that we can achieve goals each time we set them. Well, with that being said, I hope that these realistic goals you can create using the acronym S.M.A.R.T. I'll see you next week, and take care.